Hey guys, how's it going? Michael with Nocturnal Simulations, and today we are joined by Kyle at the moment. I believe Mike's coming in a little later. And unfortunately, I think that might be all we have tonight, unless some people start showing up. So, I don't know about you, but I could use another vacation. So we're going to head to Cancun tonight. We're already down in Key West, which is definitely a vacation spot in itself, but Cancun, all-inclusives, definitely a lot of fun. So, already got the plane loaded up, ready to go. We just go run through all the initializations and everything, and we'll hop on out of here. It's a little longer flight than usual, but we're going to spend most of our time at cruise, so it won't make a huge difference. But I'm going to hop back in the cockpit now and join Kyle, and we'll get out of here. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Alright, so let's do our initialization. Pre-flight checks.
Higher. Stall.
Right. Checks done. Initialize fuel. Fuel on board sink. 224 gallons. Matches what we have. If I pull up the... Let's go to the right screen. Go to aircraft systems. Engine fuel. 224. 112 on each side, and 224 here, so good there. Pop that out. That was already open. Okay. Alright, payload. We had takeoff weight of 5597. This shows us at much lower than that, so I'm not sure. Oh. Doesn't have weights in for the passengers. That would do it. So now we're at 570, 5740, so we need to go back to the drop it down to 50. 5640, so we can remove the baggage and we'll be where with the additional cargo, and we should be good where we're at. Close enough at least. Yeah, 7 pounds off. That won't make a difference. Okay, so that's good. Flight plan's already in, and accept initialization. So we're Key West. Flight plan has us departing on runway 9. Get a little bit of a crosswind, mainly a headwind. Shouldn't be an issue. And our departure here, there's not really a departure for this airport, so we're just going to go straight to 30,000. And while we're talking about that, go ahead and enter it here. And of course, it takes forever. There is the other interaction I was messing around with earlier that will make it so you can drag your mouse and speed through some of these items, but it highlights the button you're mousing over, so I'm not a huge fan of it right now. I'm hopeful that they remove that highlight, and because it's definitely something that would be useful to use in the future. Speeds things up a little bit. I'm also considering 3D printing an autopilot for this Garmin system right here. Seems like something that would be pretty nice. Alright, altimeter is 3001, and initial heading is going to be out of runway 9, which is 093. I need to turn on mode flight because I turned that off after I had to go through the whole initialization because of Sobo again, so I'm going to get that up and running. Take a couple seconds here. That way I can gain checklist navigation through my yoke, and we should be good there. Okay, cool. Doors, latch, parking brake, battery switches are on, and generator switches are now on. So on GPU, we can go ahead and remove that. And we'll go ahead and put our headphones on and do active noise reduction. Big channel is A. Strobe lights. On. Gas messages, just park and brake. Thrust lever is idle. Brakes hold. Engine out to run. Should be able to hear the fuel pump, and I can just barely hear it through the noise cancellation. You might not be able to hear it on your end. Got the fuel pump on notification here. And verify the engine start, battery temp, or start volts. Gas message is not displayed. It is not. Engine indication system is good. Engine ice protection system is not needed, and let's turn on the environmental control. It's cooled off in here. It's hot. Of course, it reset all my statistics at the top here, so I'm going to have to fix all that in flight. GPU is disconnected. Oxygen master is on. Avionics initialization is complete. Caps pan is removed. Passengers have been briefed. Seatbelts are on and bleed air. Fresh air. Battery's been on for more than 2 minutes, so we're good there. Clear out all the hydrogen. Com nav. So we're going to pretend we're on Unicom on the real world. And we'll move that over to 1228. And transfer. ATIS, we're cleared. Altimeter we just set. Transponder is good. Initial heading and initial altitude is 093. And we're going straight to 30,000 feet. Flight controls for everything correct. That's good. Trim 6 degrees. And flaps 50%. It's moving on down. 50% locked in. Metric trim roll. It's good. Roll trim, I should say. And press the toggle button. Should see our airplane. We won't hear the droning of what sounds like his APU. A sound glitch in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Kind of sounds like the Honda jet over there too. I don't know what the deal is. You sound like an A320. Hey guys, how's it going? C130 and Nick, how's it going? Glad you guys are here. If you have any questions, let me know. Alright, we're going runway 9, so we're going to take a left. What are you guys doing tonight? Wish I knew what that noise was. I was complaining about this the other day. I have no idea what is causing that noise to happen. Alright, we're moving pretty good here, so let's go ahead and get the beat on. Oddly enough, that noise was not happening earlier, so I'm not sure what changed. Try messing with the noise canceling. Kind of numbs it down a little bit, but it's like it's glitching out with the noise canceling. Still here in the background. I don't know. We'll leave that off now so we hear the actual engine on takeoff. Landing lights on. Beats on, ice protection is not needed. Got all gas messages, nothing. Trim 6 degrees confirmed, flaps 50% confirmed, and no gas messages, like I said. Alright, we got clear to the left and brake to the right. So we're going to head and scoot on out to the runway here. Kyle, I'm going to do a direct out, then a left turn to get onto the nav track. Let's roll. Got my V-speeds. It's okay. 90 knots will rotate. How's the rig here? 500 feet and do a left turn. And left turn. May not go into nav mode until I bring the heading bug around. And 14 knots, flaps up, we'll throttle back to MCT. Is captured. Turn the plane down. Turn. Nice and smooth out of here, so it's able to hand fly pretty easily. There's Kyle. Pretty much straight up, so we'll go ahead and engage autopilot. Hey Diesel, what's up, buddy? We'll go through the checklist, make sure we didn't forget anything. I'm not actually sure that Vision Jet is allowed to make this flight in real life. Yeah, I'm gonna put this noise canceling back on so maybe I can hear you, Kyle. Can you say what you said again?
Do you think it's like a ETOPS thing, or it just doesn't have the range?
Range is fine. I think it's an ETOPS thing, just because it's single engine.
Right.
Over water. Yeah, you get the fancy parachute, but I don't know how well they're gonna, or how happy they'll be with you floating around out there. Got to open up Atlanta. Yeah, we got some blue skies, blue water though. Can't complain. Oh, there goes somebody. Who was that? Alright, 10,000 feet. We can turn our landing lights off. Eventually, once you can actually see Cuba down over there off to the left. Alright, we'll turn off head tracking so we can try and adjust these sticks at the top here to be what they were before. Thanks to us, but everything got reset. So let's see here. MFD is that under map settings? We want north up in this map. And north up. There we go. And then is it sensors? Turn on traffic. Terrain absolute. The radar on. Is it under PFD maybe? It's map settings. So we can get real terrain enabled. No, that's just changing everything on the PFD. Trying to see what the setting is to change all of this header information. Thought it was under map settings. Utilities maybe? Setup? Here we go. Avionics setting. MFD fields. We want ground speed. Okay, here we go. See, I don't need the DTK because I have that over here. Don't need the track necessarily. Estimated time en route. That gets us to our next waypoint. Bearing. Don't need. Distance. It's distance to our next waypoint. See, I don't need some of that information because what I like to do is over here on this screen, on the MFD, go to map settings, and let's get the traffic on. Then flight plan. It's kind of cumulative or leg to leg. So, okay, so this leg is going to be 13 minutes 45, or 13 minutes 41 seconds, and then the next one will be 24 minutes from now. Will be at Dunug. And we can clean up some of, go to utilities, setup, avionics setup again. MFD fields. So there's a ton of options here, and only, what is it, 8 slots to put things in. So I have my ground speed down here already, so I don't need it at the top left. So I think I had, we want fuel over destination somewhere up there. We can get the ISA temperature. Having the temperature is definitely very important. I think that might be the only temperature we can put up there. So we get the temperature, and then let's do, we know our destination. Distance is the waypoint distance. Distance to destination, that's what we want. Actually, you know what, let's do this. Let's do distance to destination. 18,000 feet, let's go to standard. Let's poke our head outside the airplane. Above blue skies. And then the second one, let's do fuel at our fuel remaining at our destination. So currently it's kind of low since we are in a climb. Once we get to cruise, it'll give us a better number. And then we can do, for the third one, we'll do, what about time of arrival? ETE, oh here we go, this is what I want, ETE to final destination. So 1 hour and 31 minutes. And so we've already got an ETE timer on the flight plan right here. So it's not really needed up there for the leg to leg. So we can remove that one. And so if you don't need fuel on board because we can see it here at 200. Oh, you know what I might do actually? So en route time, let's put all the times together. So we got the ETA and many options. Do you want the vertical speed required? So let's get that one in there. It tells us at our top of descent what our vertical speed required is. So instead of distance to our next waypoint, which like I said is right here, let's put up the UTC time. Well, we have UTC right here actually, so we don't need that there. It's a balance between having all the information you want and minimizing the redundant information. So it looks like we will be at our top of climb at CANOA, which is in 7.5 minutes. What's your ground speed right now, Kyle?
The ground speed's 430.
Oh wow, okay. I'm at 230.
Well, my indicator's like 290, but like as soon as I pull back power, it's like it enters almost. It doesn't enter a stall right away, but obviously since it's like a fighter, has a bit higher of a operating speed.
Yeah.
I'll try to trim it out.
One thing I do want is my, I'm missing my winds. So let's go find the wind indication. Oh, that might be under utilities, avionics. If that's under the MFD fields off. No, that wouldn't be there. I need TFD settings. I don't mess with these enough to know exactly where everything's at. Let's see. Oh, let's go. Help to go to PFD, wouldn't it? PFD mode split. Angle of attack is auto. Single Q on the flight director. Terrain is enabled. And off. We went to option 3. So the different options, you can get one. You don't really need that. Okay, back to the MFD. So distance to go, 324 miles. Fuel at destination, 100 gallons. As you can see, that's slowly increasing because we're gaining more ground speed as we get higher in altitude. En route time, should probably move that over to the one next to ETA. Alright, kind of like it there actually. It's all personal preference. So, en route, vertical speed. Jeez. By the way, I can't stop yawning. Go through our checklist here. Thrust lever is still an MCT. Ice protection is still not needed. And engine health is all in the green. Alright, back to fixing this thing. Bearing, don't need that. You can see the bearing down here. Endurance, that would be a good one to have. So maybe we move endurance to the next one. Then we can change the first one to something else. Track angle error, maybe? What else we have? Not a huge deal for us. It's not something that's going to be right in our face to really catch our attention either. I don't know how useful that is to have up there. Right. So you have cross-track error, and then you also have track angle error. I guess track angle error would probably be your angle of attack compared to what you need it to actually be. Close. Check pressurization in 8132 and it's stable, so we're good there. Should start getting some ground speed once we level off. And move the VSR over to the ENR. Like this one, VSR. And this one, ENR. Density altitude's a bit higher than what we're actually flying, so actually above. I think the service ceiling on the Vision Jet is at 31 or 33,000. Wow. I have to look that one up. I don't remember. We have the barometer minimum of 220 feet. And let's get our speed bugs for landing. Better. Oh, that's neat. You can separate the sections of the chart. Anything else in that menu? Fit width? No. We have to worry about that. But you have to worry about Hotcho, which is 250. So what we can actually do, go to our flight plan and make sure those restrictions are in there. And they are. Perfect. Be kind of neat if they had all these circuit breakers. So Cuba's about 40 miles that way. Alright, back to the aircraft systems. Burning about $200 of fuel an hour. It's really not too bad when you think about it.
But I have like a mouse pad that's like not connected, and he sits on that, and it hits the space bar because he's kind of fat. I have to move the keyboard out of his way. But right now, he's still where he was earlier.
Yeah, the picture he sent, he looked like he's pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah, I'll update it. Yeah, and the PC-12 I was flying was always at 23 Celsius. So I was like, I can't turn it like to hot or cold. It's just 23 Celsius, which is like pushing 65, maybe 70 degrees.
22 is 71. Ish. Oh, as soon as I started talking cockpit heat, or cabin heat to change it, so 1 second you could be at 50 degrees, the next thing you know you're at 100 degrees. There it is, just a little bit past Milwaukee. And we are 114 miles from Milwaukee, so about 114 miles from top of the sun. Be there in 21 minutes. And our fuel at destination is up to 129 gallons, which most flight plans tend to fly. I did a really quick one, it was like 50 miles, so it literally took 15 minutes. I ended up landing on a dirt strip. So not sure the Vision Jet's meant to land on a dirt strip, but oh, nice weather. The winds have us at 120 degrees at 10 knots, so we're gonna have a 10 knot headwind. Runway 12. That'll be nice. I got some scattered clouds at 1,500 feet. What does TCU stand for the clouds? So it says scattered 015 TCU.
Towering cumulonimbus.
Oh, okay. My cloud terminology is not the best. And 2997 on the altimeter, so we can go ahead and let's think about the vision jet, so we can adjust that ahead of time. Oh, it says it right here. Scattered clouds towering cumulus at 1,500 feet. Helps to read the manual. This was an hour and 7 minutes ago, so we may get an update before we get there. With the sun starting to set. Temperature 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, that sounds great. It's perfect beach weather. Humidity 66%. Oh, even better. About to pull up Delta's website and go ahead and book something.
Take a cruise down there.
Well, you know, I'm not a huge fan of cruises because I feel like you just get rushed into a lot of things. Whereas if I go somewhere, I can, you know, do everything in my own time.
Very true. And cruise ships, you get sick too. Like, I had a cough before we went, like a slight cough before we went on ours in March.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, I've had a cough since, and the doctors don't know what's up with me.
Oh, sucks. Get a little bit of that touch of Rona or something.
I hope not. I've had it once already and don't want it again.
Had it 3 times.
Oh, jeez.
And honestly, the booster shot that I got was worse than the virus itself.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I felt like death. First one was, okay, I had a fever, not too bad. It was like 12 hours of misery. Second one was like 24 hours of misery. And then the third one was a day and a half of just pure hell.
Oh, wow.
It's like, jeez.
I went to go get my boost. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's like, I'm done taking these things.
Yeah, I went to go get it, but at that point, everything was like starting to clear up. I was like, I'm still debating it.
Yeah. So the forecasted winds in a little over 3 hours is 130 at 5 knots, so we're still going to have a headwind the entire time, so I think we'll be alright. And the clouds will be broken at 1,500 and 25,000, so clouds should be clearing up a little bit. I don't know how much they're going to clear by the time we get there, but I like the order that Navigraph publishes this information because it's really easy to learn what you're looking at. So this was the time that they released it. So it was on the 9th day of the month at 22:43 UTC Zulu time. So it was an hour and 11 minutes ago, which it also says right here. Gives you your winds, 120 at 10 knots, 120 at 10 knots, visibility. And if I would have read this before asking a dumb question, I would have been able to find my answer. And then ceiling is at least 12,000 above ground level. Temperature is 31 with a dew point 24. right there. Altimeter 2997, and I like that it gives it in hectopascals also. Uh-oh. First Officer Bodie's barking. Could you hear that?
Nope.
No. Discord might be blocking him out, but I think the stream can see it or hear him. So sea level pressure 1015.1 has been steady or unsteady increase of 0.4. What's steady or unsteady increase?
Never heard that one before.
Yeah, I didn't realize that could be an or statement. I think everybody in the stream can probably hear Bodie. I see my mic jumping every time he barks. Alright, let's take a look around the cockpit. Cuba's starting to disappear behind us a little bit. And we have 35 more minutes of en route time. Oh, I wonder if they'll... Okay, so I have the ETA, which is in UTC time. It says 23:57, and then I have landing at 0027. Current time is 23:52. So that ETA is to my next waypoint. And landing is my ETA to destination. Okay, that's what the difference was there. And that's helpful, but helpful to have the ETA there because it doesn't show it here. It shows us the ETE time, which would be our en route time versus our arrival time. Mupkey. It's a fun waypoint. I think it's really roomy. It's like a flying Suburban or Yukon. Even the very back seats seem like they have a decent amount of legroom. And it looks like you could shift those up some too if you needed to. Oh, no, never mind. There's a step there. The number one passenger complaint in this jet is the fact that there's no bathroom. Trying to decide if I can see land ahead or not. I think it might just be, we'll call it a mirage. Kyle, you're probably already in your descent.
I'm coming up on, I don't know what waypoint it is. It's a waypoint 4 for me. This thing doesn't really have anything that tells you what's what. Actually, hold on, let me look at my nav log. I'm kind of on walkie. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, walkie, just a bit past walkie is my top of descent. So if you're just coming up on walkie, you're 36 miles ahead of me.
Oh, never mind. I'm passing NOSAT right now.
Okay, then you are 90 miles ahead of me. I'm sorry, 60 miles. Forgot I did the cumulative versus leg to leg.
There's no autopilot in this thing, so I've been like spinning my trim reel for the past half hour to keep it at like between 5 degrees and 0 degrees nose up.
Should not be that hard to trim a plane out in this sim.
If the honeycomb thing worked properly, then I would believe so, but...
What do you mean by that? Mine works like I would expect it to. You're just doing something different?
Well, like it'll spin up and whatnot, and like it just takes a little bit of time, but like some people have problems, like where it takes like 4 spins to go one like rotation almost. It adds like a weird calibration to it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so mine does that too, and what I do is you have the yoke also?
Yep.
On the left side of the yoke, where the thumb goes, those 2 little toggles, I use those for trim also. And if I need to do bulk trim, I'll use those, and then I'll do fine trim with the wheel.
Got it.
Which is, if you look, well, I don't know if you're watching the stream or not, but you have in the Vision Jet, you have the little hat switch up here for roll and pitch, and then you also have the trim wheel down in the center console, which I imagine is accomplishing the same thing as what I just said there.
Yeah, I just sorted the VKB Gladiator joystick, so hopefully I could get that set up too.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice. It's going to feel a lot better than the honeycomb. And honeycomb feels pretty good, other than the weight of the elevator. That's my biggest complaint about it. And actually, yeah, it's a bungee cord. If you look at the inside of it, I don't know if you've ever looked at a video or pictures or taken it apart, but so over time it's going to wear out and kind of break in. And when I was at the expo, there was a motion sim, and they had the honeycomb yoke set up in it.
Oh, nice.
But I asked them if they did any modifications to it because it was half as stiff as what my honeycomb elevator control is, and I was surprised by how nice it felt when I was flying theirs. So maybe there's hope. Just takes a lot more C-152 flying. Alright, so I'm getting close to my top descent, so let's pull up the charts here and check the weather again. Oh, okay, they sent something 22 minutes ago. Altimeter's 29908. 7 in there. So adjust that. Winds are 1307, so that did change slightly. Clouds are still above 1500 foot. Good start. So we're still going to stick with runway 12, so let's go ahead and pin that chart. Take a look at our altitude at glide slope capture, which is 1400 feet. Since I'm coming up on my top of descent here, what I'm going to do is start selecting down to, we'll do 1300. Just to make sure it captures that glide slope. I've been running into an issue where it's not capturing it. 1400. I'm gonna leave it at 1400 and see what it does. Although mine says 1426. Oh no, that sucked. I hit the push the sync on accident and it reset all the way back up to 30,000. And we're descending. Target descent rate is 1700 feet per minute. I wonder if there's a way to show constraints on the map. Which is not a huge deal since you can see it in the flight plan inset. To check out our arrival and to our approach, make sure there's nothing funny. Everything looks pretty good. Alright, let's get our checklist on our descent. Thrust lever is an auto thrust. Landing field elevation is 6 feet. No need for ice protection. Altimeter transition altitude is 18,000 feet. And decision height is 250 feet in barometer. So, this approach is turn left to the Cancun VOR outbound, maintain, let's say, 2,000 feet until 8 miles. Oh, transition altitude 18,500 feet. What's the difference between transition level and transition altitude? Do you know that one?
They might be the same thing.
Why are they 1,000 feet apart then?
Oh. Lowest usable flight level.
Oh, okay. So, lowest usable flight level for high altitude airways, I guess.
Yeah.
Sun has set in Key West, and the sun will probably be setting here when we get on the ground. It's interesting how hard it was to see the shoreline here. There's a bit of a haze, it all looked the same. To the north of Cancun, I'm not entirely sure what that was called off the top of my head. You ever been to Mexico?
No, I in the military. You can't go there, not even on vacation.
Alright, 18,000 feet.
Yeah, I don't have any cumulonimbus down here.
Can't leave that 1300 because that's 1330. Time between now and then. And the mods that you get for this version, they're going to transfer to the next version. So you're only kind of hurting yourself there, unless you're happy with whatever theme you currently use. I have over 1,000 hours in this sim alone, and it still amazes me how good it looks. Oh, did you hear what I said? If not, I can repeat myself. Like I said, unless you are very happy with what you're currently flying. Okay, let me know. Screenshot. Snap that. I'm going to jump out of the airplane, so hold your ears. Ooh. Here's our airport. Any issues on landing, Kyle?
Nope. Oh yeah, it does say right next to his name, like the first or the second like chat, Nick H original happy.
Yeah. Where are my landing lights? Something seems a little weird here. I'm going to do a direct to C12R. Activate. And on approach mode. I was wondering, I was like, why am I so far off track? That might explain why my waypoint was so weird earlier. Doing auto throttle, I'm gonna slow this up. Okay, managed to save that one. I'm curious as to why my flight director has me pointing upwards when it's in approach mode.
$500.
gear down, flaps full. And the trees are very high. We just have to dive down a bit here. Negative 79 feet per minute, I'll take it. That piece over here flashing his headlights at me. Alright, we're gonna be cool kids and go park at the gate. Oh, there's no lines. Need to get a scenery for this airport. I think that'd look good. Alright, parking brake. Wasn't my most graceful approach ever, but we made it. Flaps are up. And Kyle, I'm gonna mute myself and end the stream here real quick.
Okay.
Alright guys, appreciate y'all coming out tonight. Ronnie, if you can hear me, shoot me a message in Discord or on the YouTube channel and I'll try to get back to you here. We'll be back Thursday night, as usual, for a VFR flight. I don't think we have anything planned yet, but I'm sure one of us will come up with something unique. And with that, guys, happy flying.